Welcome to our 50th vlog. So, let's get to it.
Here we are on a beautiful afternoon. It's absolutely gorgeous weather, kind of golden hour, I guess. Been a while since I've been out and doing this actual proper vlogging stuff, so I wanted to do this special 50th episode celebration. What inspired me to start the vlog? Now, it's a couple of things. One, I wanted to do something a bit more than just, look, there's this gorgeous glow from the sun here. Can't really see the sun, but it's sort of there. I want to do something more than just the usual Facebook Lives and that kind of thing. And whilst Facebook Lives are great, I think they're a great medium for getting a message across, marketing or whatever. The thing I actually really want to be a bit more creative and kind of take it to the next level. So there's part of me that wanted to be that creative side, and that was pretty much inspired by the likes of Cody Wanner with his daily vlogging. Casey Nesitat, obviously I have to mention him, and to be honest, a wealth of other people. Someone else who I've kind of got to know and now consider a friend is Brian Vlasich. Huge, amazing creators, everyone. I'm so unfit, I'm actually out of breath now. But the thing is, it's not just creating something or being a copycat. So doing things that are different to everyone else is often difficult, because if you're inspired by somebody and then it's hard to then go, okay, I'm inspired by them, but I'm going to do something different, because then it kind of, but I guess the principle is be inspired by the basic, I suppose, idea or the basic approach, and then put your own spin on it. There's so many people who just copy. It's just copycat, and it's so blatantly obvious. And whilst I think there's probably, I don't know who said it, it's probably been said somewhere that there's no truly original content out there. It's not so much maybe the content, but it's how you're presenting it, because if you put yourself into it, there's only one of you and there's only one of me. And so what I wanted to do is sort of kind of merge two things together, which I hadn't seen being done. Well, I personally hadn't seen being done. And one was the kind of the marketing sort of tutorials or marketing messages and home business stuff. My head is now disappearing into the sky. That's better. It's taking that side of it, but also the daily vlogging and this kind of format, which I hadn't really been seen done. Everything I'd done before and what I'd seen being done on the marketing side was just basically sitting behind a desk or sitting at your computer and kind of teaching and giving that information, which is hugely valid, and I'm not knocking that approach at all. It's just I sort of wanted to do something different. To be honest, what first I sort of noticed this whole daily vlogging thing was actually, ironically, where I am now, seeing Logan Paul, and I kind of heard about this Logan Paul thing and who is this guy, and then heard about the whole Suicide Forest phenomenon, if you want to call it that, or scandal. And then I sort of looked into more what he'd done, and you know, not saying good or bad, not any judgment on that, but he led me down this sort of route, classic YouTube rabbit hole, into the whole world of this daily vlogging thing. I didn't really know what it was, and then that led me on to more and more people, and Casey and Cody and Brian, etc. And so it's taking that sort of daily vlogging format, sort of documentation of your life and what you're doing, and maybe adding some humour, that kind of thing, and tying into that some sort of marketing stuff. And that's what I attempted to do back from when I started daily vlogging in October. So doing something different, kind of combining those two things together. And as I said, that's what I did at the start in October. I was kind of doing a marketing message along with the kind of daily vlogging format, and in personal opinion, some hit, some miss, that's fine. But over that time, I think what I discovered, and why I've taken the 3 months out because of all my personal mental health issues, was primarily because what I was doing wasn't really kind of gelling with my sort of true kind of passion. And I thought my passion was marketing, but then also thought, well, also know my passion is food and cooking and cars and cats, and all quite disparate groups. And I couldn't work out, one, how I should tie them together, but also whether I should tie them together. And that was really kind of, that wasn't what caused all the problems. But when that time, I took that time out, and I was sort of doing a lot of self-reflection and introspection. And what I realised, that my true passion is not necessarily marketing or cooking or cats it's actually, my true passion is possibility, if that makes any sense. And what I basically mean by that is essentially it's about taking what I see. I everything I've ever done, I've always approached it with well, how hard can it be? You know, it can't be that hard. It's, you know, if that person can do it, surely I can do it. It can't be that hard. So that's how I've approached things. So what I've realised my passion is not so much the specific things that I've done. It's the fact that my passion is the not seeing a barrier and not seeing any issue with the possibility of being able to do it, and then loving to sort of share that with people. But because I love kind of inspiring people. I hate to say motivating people, because I don't think you can motivate people. You know, if you want to do something, you'll do it. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. And the excuses always could be along the lines of, I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough time. But if you think about it, if you actually wanted to do it, you'd find time. If you, I'm speaking personally now, I don't like doing housework. I mean, I think people who know me well will know that I do not like doing housework. And so whenever, so I'm just jumping across a ditch. So when it comes to doing housework, you know, it's not that I don't have time to do that, or no, I don't want to do it, and I'll find sort of almost any excuse under the sun to not do it. Like, oh, I'm busy, I've got to go and do that, I've got to go to work. But if I truly wanted to do it, then I'd make time to do it. Simple as that. So that's the point when I don't believe you can actually motivate people. It's more, you know, kind of helping them. And so what my passion is not seeing barriers, seeing possibilities, seeing how anything's possible. If you want to do it, it's possible. You may not know how to do it. Like I may not have known how to cook or marketing, so then I learned. I didn't see a barrier. I found a way to find out about it, and it's not necessarily a financial thing. There's enough free resources. I taught myself to cook. There was no, you know, from watching programs, books, and just doing it and making a mess of it and going, oh, okay, that wasn't right, let me try that. And, you know, I think I'm quite a decent cook now. It's just seeing that possibility. Same with marketing. Sort of, I just learnt it basically, because I went into the home business industry, network marketing, not really having a clue about any of that, and seeing people who had achieved certain levels of success. And they were just humans. I'm a human, so why can't I do it? And then there must be something, and it's learning marketing is the key. So that's basically kind of why I learned that. I'm by no means a top-notch expert, but I do know quite a lot, and you know, and I like to share that and help people. So I worked out that my passion is possibility, helping people maybe to realise a possibility. So someone I admire hugely was Cody Nesitat, because I think he took there was this daily vlogging concept going on, lots of people doing stuff pretty much like this, the standard format, maybe shaky camera, etc., and not really much sort of structure, more of a kind of a daily diary. And what Casey took was, Casey took his filmmaking knowledge and experience and sort of added a kind of gorgeousness to the idea by just using good quality production. Then brings me on to an amazing guy, which I kind of bounced into from seeing Casey stuff, is Cody Wanner. Now, wow, I mean, he's ridiculous amounts of energy. I think I'm quite energetic often, but he's like off the scale. One person that I have met, a lady who's got a channel called The Pretty Witch. She is, yeah, just very powerful and just amazing strength, and got a lot of kind of negative hate comments on some videos she did. All her videos were very justified. What the point she was making was very, very good, but got a lot of hate, but just smashed through it. Respect to her for just standing her ground, just keeping there and just keeping her head held high, not kind of stooping to any kind of on there, just kind of keeping it real. And yeah, huge respect. So I'm going to be doing a collaboration with her at some point soon, hopefully. Someone else said to you before, Brian Vlasich, such a nice guy. Again, sort of kind of got to know him through Cody's vlogs, and personally as well, we chat a lot, and yeah, just such a great guy and a great kind of vibe and energy, and again, huge love and thank you for all your support, Brian. And yeah, it's amazing, just that and that changes your life. I think when you meet really nice, cool, great people, or people that sort of have an influence and kind of get you kind of on the same wavelength, then it does change your life. It's essentially, I wanted to make this 50th vlog as a kind of a thank you to everyone who's inspired me, who's helped me along the way in this kind of journey with the vlogging. It's said the last 3 months have been a bit of a tricky one. I don't want to necessarily dwell on that, but I see this is certainly a good outlet, and I'm so glad to be back. I've been meaning to kind of get started back again, and I thought, right, December the 1st, no, it didn't feel good. Right, January the 1st, new year, new start, no, that didn't really happen. February the 1st, that didn't really happen either. And then it was just for a conversation with Jelena Ostrovska, a great friend of mine who lives in basically Narnia. If you don't know Narnia, it's just sort of Eastern Europe area. And especially just for Jelena, if you know Jelena, you know that will really, really piss her off. She's like my little sister, so it's amazing. All I do whenever I see her is just sort of go and just to annoy her. I like to joke around and say she sort of bullied me into it, but you know, kind of in the good way, in the right way. But she essentially bullied me into starting back again, and I said, right, okay, I'm going to do it Monday. And she's like kind of held me to it and held me accountable. And this was obviously last week, and she on the Monday said, how's it going? You know, you doing it? And yeah, it kind of got me. And once I got back into it, admittedly the first few days vlogs have not been the most exciting because I've been indoors and not been outdoors doing stuff like this. But the point being is I started, and version 1 is better than version 0. Always, and it's starting to kind of build things up. So as I said, I want to make this a huge thank you for all the sort of creative people who've kind of inspired me out there. Maybe inspire some other people just to think, well, when things are looking pretty shitty and you're pretty fucked off with everything, and you just, even in my case, you just literally want to kill yourself, and I mean literally. There is, you know, it sounds very cliche to say it's not the best thing to do, and ultimately deep down we know that, but at the time when you're in that dark place, it is, and you just think, fuck everything, I can't see a way out. So take it from me, who has been there, who has literally, and I mean literally, been on the bridge. Kind of just reach out to someone, you know, it's amazing how many people are out there to help. And yeah, so I said part of this on 50s is one, thanking the creators, but also just thank everyone who's been there for me, who's been a massive help and really just shared the love, and just in virtual hugs or real hugs, it's meant everything to me. And yeah, I'm truly grateful. Now obviously I need to lighten something up a bit because it's all got a bit deep and heavy. If animals were round, check this out. But the first time I saw that, I was almost crying with like, this is ridiculous, it's so funny, so silly, amazing animation, but just mad. Never seen it before, I only saw it for the first time last week, and it's hilarious. So check out that channel, it's amazing. I guess the main thing I want to say in this 50th episode is really thank you for the support so far. It's been amazing, especially at some of the dark times. It's really meant a lot. And also I think I just want to explain why I've decided to start doing daily vlogging and come back and do daily vlogging again, and kind of where I see this maybe going. And hopefully now I realise what my passion actually is, I can now double down on that and kind of laser target all my efforts towards that, as opposed to sort of trying different angles. And that's the idea, like I've always said, and as a cliche and perhaps as tired as it is to say this, I want to document my journey on this, one from kind of, call it recovery, to success. That's the intention. That's what I hope to be doing. And along that journey to success, and success I define as being able to do what I want, when I want, and enjoying life and being happy with my family, my kids, friends. And it's not necessarily a monetary thing, even though my goal is obviously to make money, to then that enables me to do various things, but it's not purely money driven. It's more happiness, it's more happiness and love, and for my family and friends, and that's the intention. But obviously you need money to be able to do that. I want to take you all with me, as I said. I thank you for coming so far, but as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm releasing a new video. Smash that like button, make it go blue, and comment with anything that you feel kind of resonates with you about this whole kind of journey. I'd really appreciate that. I do reply and interact with every comment. So again, appreciate that, and have a great day. And I look forward to number 100, which is obviously in 50 days time. Thank you, and bye bye for now.
Bye.